Hey guys, welcome back. Shade True Mechanic here, Chris. Working on my old girl, 2007 Honda Odyssey. She's got a pretty severe power steering pump leak. She's got a new power steering pump in there, so it's the pressure line hose. You can see it; it's pretty cracked. So we're going to swap out the pressure line. It's just a couple of 10mm bolts on the top there. The more difficult piece of this job is underneath, getting it disconnected from the rack and pinion. So that's what we're going to work on. I've got the new part already bought here. It looks a little different than the one I'm pulling out, but I'm sure it'll be fine. As you can see from that wire bend, that's where I'm concerned. It's got these little directions and some new gaskets to put on there. But so stay tuned. We'll get this job done, and hopefully it helps you if you have to do this job in the future. Alright, real quick, this is the black gasket that came in the bag there. There's also a green one in that orange cap. So before I lose this thing, there's a slot in the piece right here. You just slide that over. It goes there, and that so far is good to go. The rest of this, I'll show you what works. The pipe right here coming down, this thing connects with that sensor right there. Goes down and then connects over here. This is it right here. This thing back here, and connects up to where you can see that fitting right there. This is it right there. So let's get it out of there. You mother. Alright, so in true Shade Tree Mechanic fashion, it's raining, as you can see on the car. The ground is soaking wet, but we got it out. So a couple things. I get frustrated when things get stuck and don't have a lot of tolerance for that. I've just found it's easier sometimes to not fight with it. So I took my plumbing saw here, a little short handle guy, and cut it off. And then I used a 14mm socket on my ratchet to remove this guy out of there. I just couldn't get it with the wrench, and I'm not sure you can see it or not, but it was starting to turn the edges over, and there's not much room to yank on it, so that's what I did. The other thing is that the piece that goes into this little square here is this sensor, and as you can see, it has a little rubber gasket on there. And so That's where that green gasket on the new one goes. So I'm going to take that black one off. Goes in the new one. Just two other things. The replacement hose does not. Oh, I lost my battery. Yep, that's what it looks like. It does not have this rubber piece that goes around this bracket. It does not have these rubber pieces that have these brackets that go over them. So what I think I'm going to do is take a razor blade and just cut them and put them on the new piece. So stay tuned. Alright, so I got the new one, a little different there. Just going to slip this over that. This guy goes like this, so one of these deals. Squeeze it so it stays together. That should work good. More or less to keep it in place. I'm not jumping around in there. And the other two I'm going to wait because I'm worried that they're going to fall off. Something to this effect. Looks like maybe they might stay on pretty good. Oh yeah. So that's going to work good. Alright, so I'm just going to install that new rubber gasket and screw it in here. There we go. Goes in to here. And takes a 17mm cinch up. Alright, we're ready for reinstall. Alright, so I got the new one seated in there and screwed in, as you can see. What can you see? Nope. How about now? Yeah, there we go. Anyway, see what I'm seeing? There we go. It's in there. Right there. So it's screwed in, but helpful hint for anybody who's got to do this job. As I was tightening it down and we got down to the bottom of it, the hose starts to move, so get all of the clamps hooked up to it before you tighten that fitting down so that it stays in the right spot. And don't forget, clip that sensor back in as well while you're down here. Hey guys, we're back the next day, unfortunately. So if you're doing this job yourself, do not cut the gasket off of the sensor that is down there. This guy. It is that green one that came with the kit did not hold. It was leaking like crazy. So I pulled it out. I'm going to attempt to make my own gasket with some gasket maker and see if that'll hold. I'm going to let it sit for like 15 minutes and really start to get harder before I reinstall it and see if that'll hold. If not, then I'm going to have to run to the hardware store and see if I can find a gasket that matches it. But just thought I'd give you a heads up that sometimes with these things, you know how it goes. It doesn't go easy. I was soaking wet and it was pitch black out, so I just decided to wait till this morning. But so here we go. I'm going to let this set up a little bit longer. We'll get this installed and test it out. Guys, what's up? Here we are. It's like 5 hours later, and I am still working on this goddamn thing. So here we go. I'm going to put a brand new sensor in because I couldn't find a stupid O-ring that fit. Stay tuned. Guys, don't use the gasket making material, because this is what happens. Come on. Can you see that? There we go. It's a blob of gasket material that's preventing a decent seal with the replacement things. So I took the whole goddamn thing out, and here we are. So I'm going to clean that out, and I'm hoping that's the end of it. Stay tuned. Can't believe this, but I just spent 5 hours fucking with this thing, and it's cracked. The metal's cracked. That's why it's leaking. That line right there goes all the way to the back, and it's through the metal. That gasket maker pushed through. Unreal, dude. This is brand new. Brand new from AutoZone. God damn it. Alright, so we have a full tank. I just started it up and it's holding pressure. That's all it was, is that pressure line was cracked. So I guess inspect your part before you install it. I found that working from above to get at the connector down there was easier. You get these two 10mm and then the 10mm back there. Those are pretty easy, and a couple of 10mm underneath were not too bad to get to either. Definitely install the pressure switch before you install it in. It's much easier to do it out on the new piece before you put it in. And other than that, I hope you guys found this video helpful, and like and subscribe, and I'll keep putting out some more content. Thanks guys, thanks for the support, appreciate it.